Thanksgiving season, we're talking about travel with a little extra meaning. Trips that not only recharge you, but actually give back to the people and places you visit. Joining us now is award-winning travel expert Alice Ford. Good to see you again, Alice. All right, why travel with gratitude?
Well, gratitude and giving go hand in hand, and travel is one of the best ways to experience both of these since the holidays are coming up, and we should all be in the spirit of giving. I wanted to share some ways in which we can do that when we travel, not just during the holiday season, but all year long. There are so many ways to help our local communities, protect sea turtles and other wildlife, and even stay at hotels that fund conservation. So I'm going to share some really inspiring ways to make a big difference on your next trip.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so let's then begin. Let's start close to home. What's one example of how travelers can give back to wildlife right now here in the U.S.?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Florida Space Coast is one of the top places in the world for sea turtle nesting. And there are a lot of groups, one of those being Friends of the Car Refuge and the Sea Turtle Preservation Society, that both welcome visitors to join on night patrols, help monitor nests, and even learn about endangered species. It's hands-on, it's educational, and it's fun for the entire family. There's no skills required. These are usually in the summertime, but you can go to their Facebook pages and websites and see what kind of giving opportunities and volunteer opportunities that they have all year round.
So can you do that if you're visiting, or is that just for locals? If you're on vacation, can you go?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone can go. It's open to all people, travelers, locals alike. And there are lots of ways to do this sort of wildlife conservation in places all over America. If you look at some of the local charities, the Nature Conservancy is one, which I know you were just talking about in your last segment. They have volunteer opportunities all over the United States where you can help actually volunteer with local projects in your own backyard too.
Okay, so I'm the first one to say, does it involve an animal? I'm in, but not everybody wants to give back to animals on a trip. But so what about opportunities to help people or communities directly?
Yeah, absolutely. I really love the foundation Tourism Cares. They are a nonprofit that help businesses not only just make sure they're working within the sustainable development goals of the globe, but they also give people the opportunity to find volunteer opportunities and local charities giving back to local communities in their own neighborhoods. You can go on their website and they have a searchable map where you can see things that are close to your home and even all across the world, tour companies, local hotels, local nonprofits that have volunteer opportunities for you to be able to work with local communities, maybe even make crafts with Indigenous people, and travel with meaning and purpose all over the globe.
Ah, that sounds amazing. All right, so in my house, usually between my husband and I, we have a conversation, mountains or ocean. He's mountains, I'm ocean. So for someone like me who wants to go to any beach, put me on a beach, I'm happy. Are there any volunteerism opportunities there?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can hop right down to the Florida Keys where you can actually do coral restoration with the Coral Restoration Foundation. So if you love snorkeling, this is really cool because they'll actually take snorkelers and divers out. You'll plant coral fragments back onto reefs. You can also volunteer on land at the Moat Marine Lab if you don't want to get in the water, where you will care for coral nurseries that will then be replanted into the ocean. It's colorful, it's immersive, and it's really cool to just protect one of our planet's most fragile ecosystems, coral reefs.
So what about public lands? Like we talk about, Zion National Park, Yellowstone, places like that. Are there opportunities to give back there while you're on vacation?
Yeah, absolutely. Both the National Park Service and the National Forest Service accept volunteers. Unfortunately, obviously, we know with the government shutdown, a lot of these programs are not, they're on hold right now. But I'll give one example that I like, which is the Padre Island National Seashore in Texas. They take volunteers here where you can help clean beaches. You can assist, again, with sea turtle releases, which I think is on a lot of people's bucket list. And that's a really great way for you to make an impact in just a couple of hours or over the weekend. And there are programs like this all over the country at our national parks and public lands.
Okay, let's talk about something for travelers who prefer maybe a little luxury. Are there ways to do good, maybe without getting your hands dirty?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that there are so many hotels that are now hopping on the board with conservation. Some of the ones that I really like and that I think a lot of our American travelers would be open to traveling to are Atlantis Paradise Island, which is in the Bahamas. They have the Atlantis Blue Project Foundation. Guests can actually meet rescued dolphins. They can camp overnight with marine life, and they can also take part in sea turtle releases. It's a really cool educational program where they're rescuing wildlife and also letting you have a hands-on program in which to participate in that. And then in Hawaii, the Hyatt Regency Maui also runs Wildlife University, where guests are taught how the resort cares for over 50 different species of birds, from flamingos to parrots. And this is an all ages experience, so you can take your kids. But if you're just a solo traveler too and want to learn about wildlife, you can do that too. Globally, the Six Senses brand, which is a very high-end luxury hotel brand, they have a sustainability program in every location. So no matter where you're traveling with them, you can find programs like reef restoration in the Maldives, reforestation in the Portugal, and there's a whole list of programs that they have at all of their locations. There are a lot of other hotel brands that are also doing conservation work, and there's some great websites where you can check some of these out. Green Globe, which certifies hotels, is a great place to find some of these hotels that also have conservation programs built into.
I admit I have done many of these types of vacations, and they are just the best. And a great message that travel gives back to people, the planet, even animals that we share it with. So count me in. Alice Ford, our travel expert, thanks so much for joining us today. Great information. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.